came about in those days that he said to his disciples, they got into a boat, and he said to them, let's go to the other side of the lake. Out they launched. But as they were sailing along, he fell asleep, and a fierce gale descended upon the lake, and they began to be swamped and be in danger. And they came to him, and they woke him up, saying, Master, Master, we are perishing. And being aroused, he rebuked the wind and the surging waves, and they stopped, and it became calm. And he said to them, where is your faith? And they were fearful, amazed, saying to one another, who is this then that he commands even the winds and the water? And they obey him. And they sailed to the country of the Gerasenes, opposite Galilee. And when he come out of the land, a certain man from the city met him who was possessed with demons, and who had not put on any clothes for a long time, who was not living in the house, but in tombs. And seeing Jesus, he cried out and fell before him and said in a loud voice, what do you have to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me. For he had been commanding evil spirits to come out of the man, for he had seized him many times, and he was bound with chains and shackles and kept under guard. And yet he would burst his fetters and be driven by the demons into the desert. And Jesus said to him, what is your name? And he said, Legion. And many demons had entered him. And they were entreating him not to command them to depart into the abyss. Now there was a herd of many swine feeding there on the mountain, and demons entreated him to permit them to enter the swine, and he gave them permission. And the demons came out from the man and entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. And when those who tended them saw what had happened, they ran away and reported it into the city and out into the country. And the people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone out, sitting there at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind. They became frightened. And those who had seen it reported to them how this man was demon-possessed had been made well. And all the people of the country of the Gerasenes and the surrounding district asked Jesus to depart from them. For they were gripped with great fear. He got into the boat and returned. But the man from whom the demons had gone out was begging him that he might accompany him, but he sent him away, saying, return to your house and describe what great things God has done for you. And he departed, proclaiming throughout the whole city what great things Jesus had done. This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord Christ.
You may be seated. Imagine, if you will, get in a boat, go out to the lake, and a storm brews up. Your boat is being tossed to and fro, and the person you know can't help matters is asleep in the boat. He wakes up, and the calm returns, and you breathe a sigh of relief. And you pull up to the shore, and immediately you are met by a guy who's not wearing any clothes, who has all these fetters and chains on him, and is acting all sorts of crazy. And what might you be thinking? Man, what next? Right? What next? Getting into the boat was bad enough. The storm was bad enough, and now we got this crazy guy. Crazy guys can be frightening, can't they? Huh? How many of you run into a crazy guy? They can be frightening. Storms can be frightening. Crazy guys can be frightening. The future can be frightening. You see fear up and down this text. I read you the stilling of the storm. Wasn't part of your gospel, but it's a good lead-in to this. Because you think things have calmed down. We like things calm, don't we? Yeah. Don't want any drama, do we? and you immediately get confronted with this crazy guy. It's almost like the storms are really nothing. Faith Lutheran Church is about to enter a time of transition. How many are feeling just a little anxious about it? Okay. What does the future hold? You're sitting there on the bank, or you're in the midst of the lake, and you see the shore coming up, and you don't know what's going to happen. You're going to have a storm, or you're going to be confronted by some kind of crazy guy. What are we going to do about this? When are we going to start the process? When are we going to get a new pastor? When is all this going to happen? Looking for assurance, a good word that it's all going to be okay, but maybe all we can see is the wind and the water stirring up, and maybe a crazy guy on the bank on the other side. What do you think? That's the future. But the future's always like that. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You don't know what storms are going to kick up. You don't know what's going to happen. You want things placid and calm and no drama. And you find that that's not the case. Time after time after time, when you reach that calm, something else comes over the horizon. In the first lesson that Kathy read, you have the people of God returning from exile in Babylon back to Jerusalem. We're back home. Things are going to be great. Who's going to rebuild the city? Who's going to rebuild the temple? Who's going to plant the crop? And they suddenly find out that things aren't as cool as they thought. Storms kick up. Crazy guys and people are on the other side, and you don't know what to do. That's the future. How are we going to navigate it? How are you going to navigate it? What's going to happen? You don't know. You just don't know. One thing's for sure, you can't go back to the past. You can't go back to some kind of golden age. Can't go back to the way things had been done before. You listened to Pastor Tim yesterday talking about church doing ministry in an age of diminishment, in an age of smaller. Look around you, folks. This is the only service you got. We can still hear stories about 1,800 members and 3 worship services. Ain't going to help us today. Storms are out there. What are we going to do? How are we going to address it? Look in our text. Look in our Old Testament. You find out that God will be present with you. Through the storms, through the bad times, through the crazy people that may be out there, God will be with you. God will be present. And because of that, you may look out and you may see those turbulent waters, but it don't matter. Get into the boat and go. Make it to the other side. Get into the boat and go. You can deliver your message to those crazy people on the other side. And look what happens. Why? The gospel was so effective that the people asked Jesus to leave. Too much drama. as you get into that boat, you go off with faith into the future. Not every row is going to be right. Not every turn into the wind is going to produce results. You'll try this, you'll try that, may not work, may work. But God is with you. God is present. God is looking for His faithful people to get into the boat, to go to the other side, to confront what's on the other side, to do ministry, to spread the love of God, to spread the gospel. Yeah? What do you see when you look into that future? That boat called transition. How are you going to feel getting into it? How are you going to feel rowing away? How are you going to feel when you see those people on the far shore? You don't know who they are or what they're about. They look crazy. God is with you. Now that poor guy who was released from his demons, he wanted to go with Jesus. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to cling to Jesus? What did Jesus tell him? What did Jesus say to him? Stay here. Stay at your home. Why? What's he going to do there? Spread the good news. He has a story to tell now. In the midst of turbulent, bad times, he has a story to tell. Of victory, of grace, of love, and compassion. And he's going to deliver that message to a people who kicked Jesus out of town. What kind of courage does that take? Yeah, you may be heading into turbulent times, people of faith. But God is with you, as He's always with you. And His grace, and His love, and His care, and His compassion is yours. And it's yours to give. You hop into that boat.